conditions are suboptimal to mission deployment and evacuation. This is as close as I can get you to the Longinus Gamma facility.
May the Emperor damn this monstrosity. A gargantuan xenosticker.
Take heed, Meridian. Trigon target acquisition vectors are unknown. Best to keep moving and stay together. Projecting a sense of tactical dominance may deter them from attacking. For now.
Stay vigilant. It dares not assault us in the standard strike.
Xenos in the vicinity!
The Trigon alters its approach vector.
Rally and relocate, brothers! Here comes the Trigon! Tarry not, and scatter not!
Our tactical advantage deters the Xenos tunneler.
Conserve ammunition. The Trigon is not our objective. Indeed, Meridian. Unless the Tyranid Barrow devours the target, its extermination is not mission critical.
Inserting rounds! Feel your mind! Glorious gun! Strengthen down!
Behold advantageous terrain. Contact imminent. Change position. Maintain formation. Reposition and refocus.
A lift station lies just ahead, Meridian. Considering the Trigon's presence is incidental to our objective, utilize the lift to reroute closer to Metrian's keep.
Understood, Nikos. The lift is within our sights. Fresh magazine!
Request of Nico's cabin. Remain patient. authorizations.
Location security indefensible. Reposition frequently to compensate.
Transport lift status incomprehensive. Begins, ceases. Begins, ceases.
Ignore the servo skull and focus on footholds.
The lift has arrived.
Go! Regroup on the lift!
Our banner awaits unfurled. There is no going back, brothers.
Iron Halo online.
Ignoel welcomes you to Longinus Gamma Bio Research Facility. Please do not disturb the lift. It would be a waste. I have no music to play while you descend. Use the silence to contemplate your futile, brutal existence in service to a desiccated cause.
Damaged servo skull logged into mission report.
Iridium, the servo skull is enslaved to an unknown master. I am... Irritant signal silenced. Continue to discuss your fate amongst yourselves. It changes nothing.
A morose servo skull is not our problem.
A suggestion: abandon Gallio's misguided vendetta against the Venus biologists. Do you know what Gallio and Metrian achieved together in the past? Ask about Project Zeta 6 if you ever speak to him again.
Nuisance correction requested. Observation. Servo skull is compromised.
Once I heard of a servo skull performing songs. I thought it a jest until now.
Press cautious.
Mission update. Trigon has reached Longinus Gamma.
Before the day's end, it shall die at our hands.
I was worried you had fallen victim to Metrian's mastery of malphonic disruptive frequencies, but now the uncomfortable sensation associated with relief cools my remaining skin. Be warned, Viridian. Metrian cannot hope to stand against you alone, so she will lie and store in hope the Xenos swarm will devour you. Case in point, she has enslaved that servo skull as a crude mouthpiece. But give her word zero credibility for the mission's sake. And your own.
I trust you will hold this Ignoel Metrian accountable for her sins, perhaps.
Your righteous rekindling to the Tyranid swarm, drawing you closer and closer.
Rio!
Muster at my location.
Keep going forward. The Imperium remains.
The Trigon moves to intercept us.
Multiple Xenos encountered.
Startes, the facility is well stocked in mining gear. Requisition melter charges to eradicate the tunnels and halt the infestation.
Find the melter ordnance with dispatch.
01102.
Plant the melter charges atop their moldering passageways. Another Tyranid menace thwarted. Resources acquired. Purify their fetid tunnels with the melter charges.
System will be your doom.
Melter charge deployment approved.
Fresh magazine.
Cleanse those Xenos passages.
Where shall I plant this flag?
Detonation materials available.
Keep scanning for signs.
Must turn back.
Sustained heavy damage. Now the pyramid infestation. Urge the alien scum.
None of this matters.
Remove the
Leaders.
motor skills degenerating. So, all tyranny combatants eliminated.
Select preferred method of execution. Decapitation, desiccation, defenestration, dismemberment, disembowelment,
Iron Hail
drowning,
ready.
dissection. Would you like to hear more?
We are committed.
Inside the facility, you'll find Metrian cowering in her data enclave.
Galio, old friend of mine. If you missed our binaric discourses, you could have sent communication. I observe you still pathetically cling to thews of soft tissue. Remember, meat lacks efficiency,
Galio
whereas
knows
metallic
nothing of the
alloys
shadow
stave off
involved
corrosion and
materials.
degradation for far longer.
How far you have fallen, Noel, that I must drag you back into the light.
High priority tyranny eliminated. Tyrannid Lictor nose up, enhanced tactic ready. Conversion field operational.
This is Mainline Galio. I hereby order you to turn your weapons on your chapter.
Iron Hail online. Engaging elite counter. Kill confirmed.
Renewed and unbroken.
Where your corpses shall be locked.
We must move as one. Follow me through.
Three meat lackeys seems like overkill, Galio. You think too highly of me. These poor, inert variables shall perish here, devoured by the Tyranids. And you do not care.
Metrian shut down power to the uplink terminals. You must resupply the generator with a backup power server.
Understood.
She hopes the Tyranids will annihilate you, but she underestimates the second coming.
Restore the Emperor's light to this facility.
I beseech you, Galio. Bear witness to the summation of our divine arithmetic from long ago. Remember Project Zeta 6?
As my theorems predicted, your life vector has converged with renegade factors, and Zeta 6 was was a waste of computational resources and one perfectly good prox. Surrender now, and perhaps leniency can be granted. After the might probes, of course.
You are a redundant functionary. Your Astartes shall die here, alone, in the dark.
Ready to deploy.
How shall I identify?
Bring power to the generators.
This power cell has some charge.
Power cells will restore the functionality of the generators.
Light and darkness. How easily flesh parts deceive their perception.
Disrupt her attempts to connect with our facilities network. Atrium will seize any opportunity to damage crucial data, which would deem this mission a failure. Do not let her connect to the consoles. You shall have every last thought in our head to dissect.
I am copies of copies, backups of backups, and I degrade not. You have already fallen.
Establish perimeter around console.
Within the sphere of console negation.
Set, leaving the disruption radius. This console is offline.
Return to Metrian's containment unit. See, Metrian, the more you thrash, the deeper you set our hooks.
These tender clones of Astartes flesh have accomplished nothing, Gallia. My machinations are already achieving my designs. You are fools,
Science, Metrian. Meridian, confirm possession of her preliminary mass of computational gray matter.
Asset acquired.
Pilot, Meridian is ready for evacuation. Sending updated extraction coordinates to you now, Meridian.
Skitter to the grave, Xenos fiend.
Zone secure. Iron Halo online.
Stock up. Rarely do operations have a clean exit.
Evacuation point ahead.
Waste not more equipment here. Fresh cartridge. Unleashing frag grenade. That is fresh magazine.
Severe, ready for next stim supplies here.
Equipment found.
Ejecting stim.
Ready? I cannot land with that burrowing abomination riding about. Deep scans have penetrated the atmospheric disturbances and Metrian's meddling code. Trigon vulnerability data pushed to your displays.
The Imperium demands the Trigon's extermination.
Focus on the gaps in the Trigon's exoskeleton.
Multi-charge deployment approved. The Xenos assails us!
Trigon, blessings and amplify our value. Toss it crack.